Good morning, or maybe good evening, students. Today we will start with Unit 10. The weather is changing. الطقس يتغير. First, get ready to listen and speak. Match the picture to the word. I have a number of words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and also a number of pictures, A, B, C, D, E, F. Each word express or refer to one of the pictures. So we are going to make a matching between the word and the picture. For example, the first word, snow, it's A. Second, flood. اللي هو الفيضان, of course, it is C. Now, number 3, drought. What is it? Drought is number E. drought اللي هو الجفاف. 4, cyclone الإعصار. P, storm العاصفة is going to be D. And the last one, heat wave, of course, it is F. Are any of these weather conditions a problem in your country? هل يعتبر أحد هذه الظروف الجوية مشكلة فيه بالنسبة للبلد؟ Yes, we have somehow heat wave, sorry. This is one of the things that we may face, especially in summer. Now, let's start listen to the TV program. It is a radio program, sorry, not TV, a radio program. In this radio program, the speaker is talking about the global warming, اللي هو الاحتباس الحراري. So we will listen and at the same time look at the radio program, the written form طبعا, الصيغة المكتوبة إليه, اللي هو about global warming. I will start the recordings. You are recording number 66.
Recording 66.
Yes.
Global warming has made the news again, and it's all because of this hot weather we're having. Britain is experiencing a heat wave this summer, and it's causing numerous problems. It's difficult to work, it's difficult to sleep, and it's causing health problems too. It's not a little problem, it's serious. 100 people have died in the last few months. The weather is changing. Temperatures above 30 degrees are becoming more common. But it's not just here that temperatures are rising. The rest of Europe is experiencing the hottest summer in 115 years. The weather is getting warmer everywhere, and in Antarctica, the ice is melting. Experts say temperatures around the world are rising, and we can expect them to continue to rise by about 5 degrees in the next 100 years. The Earth is getting hotter. And there are other climate changes happening around the world. We've heard about the floods in India and the fires in the United States. In the South Pacific, there were more cyclones this year than last year, and they're getting bigger. So what's causing all this? Are these changes due to global warming? Are we causing these problems? Some experts say temperatures are rising because we are causing too much pollution. Others say it is part of a natural cycle and we aren't doing anything to cause it. Either way, what can we do about it? These are the topics we'll be discussing on the program today.
So this, or what has been talked about in the radio program, is about the global warming, the conditions or the changing in the climate, and also about the problem of global warming and what are the reasons. Are we the reason, or are we causing the global warming, or it is something normal, it is a natural cycle? Now we came back to the exercises related to this radio program, or what has been said in the radio program. Listen to the beginning of a radio program about global warming, take the weather condition and get ready that I mentioned. أنا سمعت الراديو بروجرام المفروض أحدد العناصر أو الظروف الجوية اللي were mentioned within the what we have just heard, which is, for example, a snow, a drought, and cyclone. I think these are what we have heard in the radio program. Now listen again and complete these notes. We have listened, so there is no need to listen, but you can listen as much as you want. Now, global warming. First, we will start with the problems. It has been mentioned a lot of problems within the radio program. So in Britain, what are the problems? Hot weather is causing the problem with work, sleep, and what else? What else? It is health problem, مشكلة صحية. This problem has reached to the degree that 100 people have died in the last few months. مشكلة صحية وصلت إلى درجة أنه 100 شخص ماتوا بسبب الحر خلال الأشهر الماضية. Now what else? Temperature above 30 degrees are becoming more common. أصبح درجة الحرارة فوق 30 موضوع اعتيادي أو طبيعي. Around the world, what else? The problem حول العالم. Europe is having the hottest summer in 115 years خلال 115 سنة. What else? In Antarctica, the ice is melting. في القارة القطبية الثلج يذوب. Temperature will rise by 5 degrees centigrade in the next 100 years. درجات الحرارة سوف ترتفع بمعدل 5 درجات خلال 100 سنة القادمة. What else? What happens about India? In India, there are, or we have heard about floods in India. الفيضانات في الهند. Fires in the United States. الحرائق في الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية. And more cyclones. أعاصير متعددة أو أكثر in the South Pacific. Now we came to the reasons. Why is this happening? ليش كل هاي الأشياء أو climate changes happen usually تحدث عادة? Is it because temperature are rising because there is too much pollution لأن هناك الكثير من التلوث? It is a part of natural cycle هو جزء من الدورة الطبيعية and we are not causing it وإحنا بالنسبة لنا لا نسبب أو لسنا سبب في حدوث الاحتباس الحراري أو ارتفاع درجات الحرارة. طبعا here he gives us two reasons ينطينا سببين اللي هو موضوع النقاش. Is it a natural cycle or is it because of pollution? Now we move to learning tip. It is said that, or he says that, try to understand the words that are strongly stressed because these are often the most important words. حاول أن تفهم الكلمات المشددة خلال الكلام لأنها غالبا ما تكون الأكثر أهمية أو الكلمات أكثر أهمية من غيرها ضمن سياق الكلام. أعتقد موضوع الستريس أشرنا له في محاضرات سابقة. الستريس أنه بعض الكلمات تكون أكثر بروزا من غيرها خلال النطق. Now, did you know in the United States temperature is measured in degrees Fahrenheit اللي يرمز لها ب F plus or above it there is a small circle, while in the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada and New Zealand temperature is measured in degrees Celsius or centigrade ويرمز لها بالحرف C وأيضا above it or before it and high there is a small circle. Water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit and 100 degrees centigrade or Celsius. Now we move to speaking a news story اللي هي قصة الأخبار. Speaking strategy talking about change الحديث عن التغيير. Look at the sentences from the text to talk about changes we often use get more or become and a comparative adjective like warmer or more common. حتى أتحدث عن التغييرات اللي تحدث في الطقس أو في غيرها أستخدم الفعل get والفعل become ودرجة الصفة بدرجة المقارنة الثانية. طبعا إحنا نعرف أنه درجة الصفات حتى أحولها إلى comparative ممكن أضيف ER إذا كانت الصفة من مقطع واحد أو مقطعين وأستخدم more إذا كانت الصفة من مقطعين أو 3 مقاطع. فتلاحظون أنه الصفة من مقطعين أنت مخير either to use ER or more. Now, for example, temperatures above 30 are becoming more common the weather is getting warmer. Both these sentences talk about the change. The first change about the temperature, the second about the weather. In the sentences above, what tense get and become in أي زمن استخدمت فيه الفعل become and get? Of course, it is present continuous. You can also use more, less, and fewer with nouns to describe change. ممكن أستخدم more, less, fewer مع الأسماء، وطبعا أستخدمها حسب نوعية الاسم whether it is countable or not countable. less أستخدمها مع الأسماء غير المعدودة، fewer أستخدمها مع الأسماء المعدودة، أما more فتستخدم مع كلاهما. There were more cyclones this year than last year. There was less snow this year. There are fewer forests. If you pay attention, إذا كان الاسم المعدود يستخدم there were or there are إذا كان الحديث في المضارع، مع الاسم الغير معدود يستخدم there was لأنه عندي snow، لكن there were لأن عندي cyclones اللي هو اسم معدود. 2. Which of these words do you see fewer with? Which do you use less with? أيهما تستخدم not see use تستخدم fewer وأيهما تستخدم less؟ أكيد according to whether the noun is countable or not countable. حسب هل الفعل هو معدود، العفو الاسم معدود أو غير معدود. عندي fewer وعندي less. cars countable noun اسم معدود، إذا أستخدم معه fewer فأقول there were for example fewer cars. ice أكيد less، there was less ice. pollution أكيد less، there was less pollution. floods fewer، there were fewer floods. rain there was less rain. energy there was less energy. aeroplanes there were fewer airplanes. fires there were fewer fires. Then according to the noun I can decide whether to use fewer or less. Note, we use less with uncountable noun words and fewer with countable words. أستخدمها أكيد less مع الأسماء الغير معدودة والفewer مع الأسماء المعدودة. But sometimes in spoken English you will hear less used with all nouns. في بعض الأحيان باللغة الإنجليزية اللي يتكلموها لغة الشارع مثلا ممكن أنه تستخدم less مع كل أنواع الأسماء. Now sound smart stressing important information. أرجع وأقول أنه موضوع السترس means that you are going to pronounce the word with more energy. أنه أنت تلفظ الكلمة مع بطاقة أكبر، وهذا إن شاء الله راح تدرسوه في كتاب الصوت أو في مواضيع الصوت. Listen to some question. Ask in the text in each question the most important information is stressed. بالأسئلة اللي طرحت بالموضوع طبعا it should be or we should return to recording 67 and some of the words were stressed because they are important. Which word has the strongest stress? Underline one word in each sentence. عندي كلمات المفروض أضع خط تحت الكلمة المشددة. It is supposed to hear recording 67 أنه أسمع إلى التسجيل 67.
Recording 67. A.
So what's causing all this?
B.
Are these changes due to global warming?
C.
Are we causing these problems?
If you listen carefully, you will see that in A, the first causing is stressed. In B, the word warming is stressed, and in C, the word we is stressed. Now, here are some other sentences from the text. For each sentence, underline the words which you think have the strongest stress. حاول أنه تضع خط تحت الكلمة اللي تعتقد أنه هي أنت ذات أهمية. طبعا most of the time المين words هي اللي تكون مهمة، يعني الكلمات الرئيسية، وتعتمد أيضا على نية الشخص في تأكيد أي كلمة. Anyhow, A, it is difficult to work. It is difficult to work. Difficult and work. B, it is difficult to sleep. Difficult and speak. In C, it's causing health problem. إذن both causing and health, both of them causing health problem. In Antarctica, in Antarctica, the ice is melting. Antarctica No, it is not. It is not going to be stressed. The most important information here: the ice is melting. فأكيد ice and melting. E. The earth is getting hotter. I want to let the listener know that earth is getting hotter. The stress word is going to be earth and hotter. We've heard about the floods in India. Of course, the information is about floods. Floods. Maybe India it can be also stressed. Listen and check your answers. المفروض احنا ايضا نستمع الى recording 68 ونقارن اجاباتنا. Anyhow, these are the words that are stressed within number 2 within these sentences A, B, C, D, E, and F. And again, we stress the words that we think or that we believe that they are the most important words اللي هم الكلمات الأكثر أهمية ضمن حديثنا. Now, again, listen again and practice saying the sentences with the correct stress. You should listen and try to read them again in order to reach the perfect pronunciation of the sentences. Speak up. Talk about the changes in the summer and winter in your country over the last 10 years. المفروض أني أتحدث عن التغييرات اللي حدثت في فصل الصيف وفصل الشتاء في قطرنا خلال 10 سنوات الماضية. He gave you some clues. ينطيك بعض الكلمات وأنت تشكلها بجملة مشابهة لجملة the temperature is getting or becoming إلى آخره. ينطيك الفعل أيضا. فأنا على سبيل المثال A get hotter or colder. بالنسبة لنا summer is getting hotter, winter is getting colder. B get longer or shorter. أكيد أقول summer is getting longer and winter is getting shorter. الصيف أصبح طويلا والشتاء قصيرا. Get colder and warmer. أنا بالنسبة إلي ممكن أقول winter is getting warmer and summer is getting warmer also, both of them. لأنه أنا بالنسبة لي حتى الشتاء أصبح أكثر دفو. فممكن أخذ كلمة واحدة جملة واحدة فقط. Winter is getting warmer. Start earlier or later. ممكن summer is starting earlier. بدأ يبدي أو يبدأ يعني مبكرا. يعني يبدأ فصل الصيف مبكرا. Now there and more less rain. ممكن am I going to use are or is. بما أنه عندي rain إذا أنا راح أقول there is لأنه rain غير معدودة. فأقول there is less rain. أصبح المطر قليل in winter. If there أنا عندي كلمة storms إذا راح أستخدم there are. فأقول there are fewer storms عواصف قليلة. Okay, there are fewer storms. Describe any other changes in the weather in your country recently. طبعا كل التغييرات اللي تحدثنا عنها هي كانت يعني حدثت في قطرنا. Choose 3 of the topics below of make sentences describe the situation in your country. اختار أي واحدة من المواضيع أدنى واتحدث عنها عن طريق تكوين جمل. نستخدم بالجمل المور less الفيوة والفعل get become ودرجات المقارنة. Now for example مختار لكم كلمة hospital فقال there are more hospitals now. هناك العديد من المستشفيات حاليا. In Iraq no there are fewer. وموبايل phones are getting smaller. الموبايلات أصبحت أصبحت أصغر. إن شاء الله when we are going to meet in a live lecture من نلتقي بالمحاضرة الحية I want you to prepare sentences about unemployment, public transport, free time, petrol, travel, food, education, mobile phones. We have a sentence. Now, listening, talking about the news, you are going to hear 3 people talking about global warming. Write 4 words about global warming you think you will hear. أنا في نيتي أنه أستمع لأشخاص 3 يتحدثون عن الاحتباس الحراري. في إيش كلمات ممكن أنه أسمعها خلال حديثهم. أكيد موضوع الجلوبال وورمينج راح يتطرقوا له. أكيد راح يتطرقون إلى درجات الحرارة التمبريتشر. أكيد ممكن يتطرقون إلى كلمات winter, summer. ممكن يتطرقوا لي إلى الفلاتس، ممكن يتطرقوا لي إلى السنو، ممكن يتطرقوا لي إلى الرين etc. يعني a lot of words that I can think about. Listen and tick any words you hear that you wrote in exercise 1. أنت المفروض تكتب كلمات وتستمع إلى التسجيل رقم 96 وتحدد هل كانت يعني الكلمات اللي أنت توقعتها that you expect to hear in the speaking of the three people correct or wrong. تكتب كلمات متعلقة بالاحتباس الحراري، تستمع إلى التسجيل 69 وتشوف هل كانت إجاباتك أو توقعاتك صحيحة or not. Correct or not, sorry. Learning tip نصيحة. If you know the topic of a conversation, إذا تعرف موضوع المحادثة, it is a good idea to think about what you know about the topic. يعني المفروض أنه تفكر إيش أنت تعرف عن هذا الموضوع before you listen، قبل أن تستمع. This makes it easier to understand the conversation، لأن هذا يجعل من السهل فهم المحادثة التي ستستمع لها. Listen again. Tick the correct speaker or speakers for each statement. عندي A, P, C, D 4 statements said by 3 persons. I should decide which person said which sentence. أحدد الشخص اللي نطق هذه أو اللي تحدث or speak each sentence. منو اللي نطق هذه الجمل. Now I'm going to listen to recording 69. استمع إلى التسجيل رقم 69 ونعود إن شاء الله.
Recording 69.
The trouble with global warming, everybody thinks any change in the weather is the result of global warming. Occasionally they say, well, yes, last year in America they had lots and lots of hurricanes, and that's due to global warming. But every 30 years or so they get a lot of hurricanes, and it isn't necessarily because of global warming. But the fact there is less ice in the Arctic, that's almost certainly due to global warming. So I'm not convinced that all our weather problems are because of global warming.
Well, global warming. Well, yeah, some people say there is global warming and some say there isn't. I'm not an expert, so I don't really know. But but I think that we have created a lot of pollution. And I think probably, we probably need to cause less pollution, like not use aeroplanes as often, in order to stop global warming.
It seems to me that the weather's changing. Every summer seems to be a bit hotter, and we are definitely having more problems with the weather around the world. Lots more cyclones, and you hear about floods and all sorts of terrible things happening. Yeah, I think that's because of global warming. In my opinion, we can do something about it. If we try to clean up the environment a bit more, maybe. Use public transport more often. And heat our houses with solar energy and that kind of thing. I guess that will make a difference.
So, by the way, it is not an easy matter to decide. مو من السهل أنه تقرر unless you listen to the conversation more than once. تستمع للمحادثة أكثر من مرة وتحدد who said or who talked about the topics. For example, who doesn't think global warming is causing all our weather problem? من المتحدثين ما يعتقد أنه الاحتباس الحراري هو سبب كل المشاكل في الطقس. Speaker number 1 أول شخص أتحدث. Now who عندي شخصين talk about how we can stop global warming. شخصين تحدثوا عن كيفية إيقاف الاحتباس الحراري. Speaker number 2 and 3 who talks about changes in Arctic. من تحدث عن التغييرات في القارة القطبية. Speaker number 1 المتحدث الأول. وهو اللي هم 2 people talks about the problem with the weather. تحدثوا عن مشاكل الطقس. أكيد speaker number 1 كان يتحدث عن مشاكل الجو الطقس. وأيضا speaker number 3. Now listen again and answer these questions. استمع وأجب. Number 1 speaker number 1 what is one problem caused by global warming. أي مشكلة أو نذكر مشكلة حدثت بسبب الاحتباس الحراري. أنا أقول one problem caused by global warming is that there is less ice in the Arctic. أنه هناك ثلج قليل في القارة القطبية. Now, what are the 3 things people could do to reduce pollution? شنو ال3 أشياء اللي ممكن أنه إحنا نسويها أو نتخذها حتى نوقف التلوث؟ The 3 things or people could do to reduce pollution are: number 1, ممكن not to use airplanes as often, نتوقف عن استخدام الطائرات بالشكل المستخدم حاليا. وممكن to use public transport more often, أنه استخدم وسائل النقل العامة أكثر. وأيضا we can heat our houses with solar energy, في أنه أنا أستخدم الطاقة الشمسية لتدفئة المنازل. قد تكون الخيارات مو سهلة لكن هي خيارات مطروحة. Now talking about the news, الحديث عن الأخبار. Speaking strategy, giving opinions. كيف يمكن أنا كشخص عادي أنطي رأيي حول موضوع معين؟ قد يكون الموضوع متعلق أو I have a lot of knowledge about it. قد يكون الموضوع متعلق باختصاصي في موضوع معين أو قد لا يكون ضمن اختصاصي. Anyhow, I'm in a situation and I am asked to give or to show my opinion. أنا في موقف طلب من عندي أنه أعطي رأيي. So what are the strategies? إيش الاستراتيجيات اللي أستخدمها to show or to express our opinions؟ أستخدمها to show or to express my opinion. أستخدمها حتى أبين رأيي. عندي بعض العبارات اللي تكون ثابتة وما بعدها حسب الموضوع. مثلا عندي I'm not convinced that، وطبعا يجي بعدها جملة. I'm not an expert but بعدها جملة. It seems to me that بعدها جملة. I think that's because وبعدها جملة. In my opinion وبعدها جملة. I guess that وبعدها جملة. الجملة اللي متعلقة برأيك في الموضوع اللي هو موضوع الحديث أو قد يكون في برنامج في جلسة خاصة إلى آخره. Now, number 1, underline the words that the speaker used to give their opinions. حدد لي الكلمات اللي بيها الشخص ينطي رأيه. طبعا كل الكلمات اللي مثلا I think we have created a lot of pollution, all our weather problems are because of global warming, the weather is changing, we can't do something about it because of global warming. هذه كلها تعبر عن الرأي. لكن هو قد يقصد أنه تنطي الكلمات أو الاستراتيجية اللي من خلالها أنا أنطي رأيي كلها تستخدم. I'm not convinced ممكن أستخدمها في بداية حديثي وبعدها أنطي رأيي بالشيء. I'm not an expert أستخدمها وأنطي رأيي. It seems to me, in my opinion, I guess, I think, etc. Now, حاليا سؤالي الآخر, which expression means that the speaker doesn't believe something? أي من هذه الاستراتيجيات تعني أن الشخص لا يؤمن أو ما يعتقد بشيء ما. ممكن I'm not convinced بكل بساطة. I'm not convinced وهي أكثرها وضوحا. وقد يكون واحد يستخدم I'm not sure أيضا, أنا غير مقتنع أو I'm not sure. Now, which expression means the speaker doesn't have any special knowledge about the subject? أي من هذه التعابير يبين لي أنه الشخص غير خبير أو ما يمتلك معرفة في موضوع topic of the subject أو the subject which people are talking about, الموضوع اللي الأشخاص يتحدثون عنه. أكيد I'm not an expert, أنا لست خبيرا. I'm not an expert. So you are free to use any of these expressions to express your opinion. One of these expressions followed by your opinion. تستخدم واحدة من التراكيب وبعدها تعرض أو تقدم رأيك. Now speak up. What do you think about the global warming? Listen to the question below and give your opinion. Try to use all the expressions in the speaking strategies. راح أجاوب على الأسئلة التالية اللي كل سؤال منهم يطلب من عندي رأيي, وطبعا أنطي رأيي باستخدام إحدى التراكيب اللي تطرقنا لها سابقا اللي هي تركيب I'm not convinced, I'm not an expert, it seems to me, I think, I guess, in my opinion. Question number A, is the weather getting hotter? نعطيكم إياها I'm not an expert but I think it's getting hotter. ما يحتاج خبرة, هذه حقيقة واقعة أنه the weather is getting hotter. فأنا ممكن أقول I guess that weather is getting hotter. I believe that weather is getting hotter. B, is global warming a big problem? Yes, I think global warming is a big problem, or in my opinion, global warming is a big problem. C, how are people making global warming? How are people making global warming worse? I think, or in my opinion, I guess you are free. I guess people are making global warming worse because they use airplanes more often, and they use their own cars more often. Now, what can we do to stop global warming? I think, or I guess, we can, for example, use public cars often, or public transport, often, to stop global warming. And then I guess we can use public transport often to stop global warming. This is my opinion, and it may be correct or wrong. قد يكون صائبا أو قد لا يكون. Should individual people or government clean up the environment? I believe, yes, that government clean or should clean up the environment. أنه الحكومة يجب أن تنظف البيئة. It seems to me ممكن أقول that government have to do more to help. يجب أن تفعل الكثير حتى تساعد to clean up the environment. إذن بالنهاية ممكن أقول I believe that people and government should clean up the environment وليس فقط الحكومة. Now learning tip again. When you have your opinion, it is important to explain your ideas. لما تنطي رأيك لابد أنه تشرح فكرتك. This helps to keep the conversation going and makes it more interesting for the listener. يعني مو فقط تنطي رأيك، تنطي أدلة تدعم رأيك، لأنه هذا يساعد على استمرارية المحادثة وكذلك يجعل منها ممتعة. 3. I think this is the last exercise within this unit. Yes. What is your opinion on the following statement? Explain your ideas. إيش رأيك بما يلي؟ وأنطيني فكرتك. Number 1. Children have an easier life than adults. أنه يكون الأطفال حياتهم أسهل من حياة البالغين. بالنسبة للكاتب يقول I'm not convinced. Children have an easier life than adults because إذا راح يوضح لي they have to learn a lot of new things and adults always tell them what to do. أنه حياتهم مو سهلة لأنهم لازم يتعلمون أشياء كثيرة ويجب أن يقوم الراشدون دائما بإخبارهم ما يجب عليهم فعله. B. English is easy to learn. Again, this exercise depends on you. لكن ممكن إنه إحنا ننطي آرائنا. فأنا أقول I think على سبيل المثال or I believe English is easy to learn provided that you have the correct situation that provides you the real situations to learn English. إنه أنت ممكن تتعلمها لكن تحتاج إلى مواقف حقيقية helps you to learn or to acquire the language. It is learn, not acquire. Smoking should be illegal. التدخين يجب أن يكون غير قانوني يعني غير مسموح به. I think smoking should be illegal because it causes a lot of danger to people لأنه يشكل خطر كبير على الناس and a lot of people die because of smoking. الكثير من الناس تموت بسبب التدخين. Airplane tickets are too cheap. No, I believe that airplane tickets are not cheap. بطاقات الطائرات ليست رخيصة أبدا. ممكن أنه أوضح؟ No, I cannot. هذه حقيقة. This is a fact. Now, mobile phones should be banned in public places. التليفونات يجب أن تمنع في الأماكن العامة. For me, I think or I believe that we cannot or they shouldn't, mobile phones shouldn't be banned in public places because we are in need of mobile phones everywhere. احنا بحاجة إلى استخدام الهواتف النقالة. أو قد يكون القصد أنه أنت عندك الهاتف النقال أوكي لكن ما تستخدمه خلال in the trains, in the shops, etc. Again, this is something difficult. يعني هذا شيء مو سهل أنه ban people or to ban mobile phones بأنه تبان mobile phones بأنه تمنع الهواتف النقالة. I think I'm going to wait for your opinions. أنا أنتظر آرائكم في هذه المواضيع جميعا إن شاء الله when we are going to meet. Money is the most important thing in a job? No. For me, no. Sometimes you can prove yourself even if you don't have money. ممكن أن تثبت نفسك في العمل حتى وإن لم تكن تمتلك المال. I believe that money is not the most important thing in a job, but what you can do in your job is the most important thing. لكن أنت إيش اللي ممكن أن تقدمه خلال عملك هو الأهم. Now we've finished Unit 10. Thanks for listening. Wishing you all the best.